Layla interrupted Vorden. "I was in Pure this whole time before everything started. The only difference now is that you guys know about it. That hasn't changed who I am, and let me ask you, aren't you going around accusing me all the time? But what about you? Why do you care so much about Quinn?" At this point, Layla had stood up from the bench and was starting to inch closer to Vorden. "If she takes one more step closer to us, Vorden, and you don't do anything about it, I swear," Rayton said, his tone a tad threatening. Fortunately, Vorden had prepared an answer to this question. "Let Quinn turn you into a vampire. That way, I know that you're on his side." Layla's anger bubbled at such a question. Why couldn't he do it as well? He could get turned too. And yet, despite wanting to ask such a question about why he couldn't do the same, she already knew the answer. It was the loss of Vorden's ability. His skills were versatile, which was a great help to them on several occasions. While for her, it didn't mean much. Her powers were quite weak, only being a level 2. "I want to go to Vorden, but it's too risky right now," she replied. "If I go off the radar, stop reporting to Pure and choose to be by Quinn's side, they could run an investigation. They would then look into me, send higher-ups, and then Quinn would be in even more trouble," Layla explained. "When the time is right, I promise I will be by Quinn's side." The school no longer searched for the missing students. After doing a sweep of the school, it looked like none of the students had seen Peter or Aaron. In the end, they deemed that the video that had been sent must have been true, and they were too late. With the help of Leo, they were able to gain access to the portal room once again. Leo was able to sneak Peter into the room, and with him, several of Logan's mechanical little spiders. Logan pressed a key on his keyboard. At the same time, in a different location, in the school's security office, a signal was detected. Haley soon came along with Faye to check who had made the signal. "That's one of the missing students!" Faye shouted as soon as she saw Peter. She had recognized him since she had dealt with their case files. "Quick, Haley takes him to the medical facility. We need to give him a full health checkup. This is the first bit of good news we have had in quite a while." Right inside Logan's room, Quinn and the entire group were standing with a smile, which soon turned into one of horror as they heard those words. "It's pretty obvious that as soon as they find a student who has been missing for a while and comes back in tattered clothes from a planet that had suffered a Dalki attack, the first thing they would do is take him to the medical facility." It was something the others hadn't thought about. They had all been too busy and focused on their problems. They didn't think this through. As they took Peter to the medical facility, Haley went ahead and ran a general check on Peter's condition. She hooked Peter up to a large, tube-like machine. The machine would show his internals and display his insides, as well as see if there was something wrong with any of his organs, including his heart.
Want to watch more episodes of my vampire system? Follow Pocket FM Fantasy Chronicles. You can watch the next episode here in the playlist.